Star Wars, Legends of the Force, Episode 2, Chapter 18, Revelations. Events took an unexpected turn on the Teresian space station when Emma Raelius was killed Aeland Koeth during her mysterious attempt on his life. In the midst of uncertainty, the party somehow managed to acquire the ship of their bounty hunter foes, the Void Skullet, and used it to depart the station. Unbeknownst to the others, Bakaz Navad teleported the ship to the planet of Thela as soon as they left the docking bay. Having received a less than warm welcome from the resident spirits, our group of adventurers waits in orbit above the planet and is preparing for a meeting with Takaya Malefic and Remy Laveau. Will they find the answers they seek within the ancient Sith journal, or will anti-Sith sentiments and mistrust continue to erode their foundations? Okay, so you guys are all on board the Void Skullet and had just been making conversations, and then you all heard a clanging echoing throughout the ship, and Bakaz announced that we had visitors.
Well, are we going to let them in, or are they going to have to give us the housewarming present first?
Don't you mean ship warming present?
There's a difference? Smile, Jedi. That was a joke.
I'm wearing a mask on my face. I can't smile.
It was kind of cool how all the little squares popped up into place on my screen. You'll have to watch the video for that one.
Yeah. Okay, here's my rough layout of the ship. There are probably more rooms in the ship than this, but this is the rooms we got.
It'll work.
So we got the cargo bay with a docking ramp, and those inset areas are the secret smuggling compartments. And then we have the prisoner area on the right and the medical bay on the left. And then the main gathering area with lots of space in it, and then the engine room, and on the left hand is the crew compartments, and then we have the bridge.
So where's the ship-to-ship docking area?
The ship-to-ship docking area is part of the cargo bay connection area. So we need some character tokens.
Okay, because when he makes the announcement, Picasso will probably walk back into the room where everyone is.
Okay. Do you want to go greet them?
I sort of assumed everyone just going to go greet them.
That was
So
gonna
Picasso is just sitting there looking at everyone. Then they'll shrug and go.
Yeah, Elon. When Pakaz entered, he probably would have looked over at Pakaz, or Elon would have looked at Pakaz and asked, "Who do we have at the door?"
Dakaya. And probably Ramaya.
And then he'd probably go help welcome them.
We'll just say that Kalani went to the quarters and she's resting.
She's had a busy day dealing with the Jedi Council.
Oh yeah, Izurubi's probably with me.
Oh, did you ask him to come with you? Otherwise, he was staying in the cockpit.
If I saw he wasn't following me, I probably told him to follow me.
Okay.
It's not like he has piloting protocols.
Dirk just looks at everyone walking out of the room and he's like, "What is going on here?" He goes over and sits down in this chair.
Probably
Okay, yeah.
safer for Port Dirk.
So the connection, there's like a port right over here. That leads to like the airlock that can connect the ships with the docking rings. So it needs to be manually or open from this side.
I imagine one of us opens it and lets him in.
Yeah.
Okay, they walk through. So you all see Dakaya walk through, and you notice that she looks exactly like Emma Raelius, except that her hair is not green, it's white. And you also see a man walk in who has red eyes.
You're here. Sorry we couldn't land. It's a shame.
No, it's all right. We understand.
Kaz walks up to her to give her a handshake.
She takes it and nods her head. Well, it's good to see you again, Pakaz. And Aelin, I see you are still with this group.
Hello, Loss. Yeah. At least for now. By the way, I do believe Aelin will turn around and see John. We have a new member for the crew. This is John, and the Keldor, I don't know if you met him or not. This is Delphern.
Not in person, no. It's good to meet you as well. I am Dakaya Malefic. I am the protector of this planet. This is Ramai Labu. She waves over to him.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Or re-meet in some cases. But what about the others who were with you?
Kaz looks at Delhern and cocks his head. What others?
You don't remember Ajak? He gave his life to give us a little bit of time, and Kalani is resting right now, and we have two others in our group. I believe that are in the crew quarters areas.
And
Kaz's face kind of.
The Selkath. Oh, what was his name? Shialu, I believe?
Yeah, Shia, he went to go check in on some family on his home world.
His sister?
Oh, that'd be alright. We haven't heard from him yet, but we've not had a chance to even make contact with him. It's been a little busy past couple of weeks.
I can imagine. I'm so sorry to hear about Ajak. He was a honorable warrior. I respected him greatly.
Thank you, Les. We all missed him.
Anytime anyone mentions Ajak, Kaz kind of scowls. And he looks like he's thinking.
Takaya kind of cocks a smile and she looks at you. Something on your mind, Pakaz?
Maybe it didn't need to go and kill himself.
Ah, so there's a story. I look forward to hearing it. For now, though, I believe we were here on business, and perhaps Ramai would like to get to know the new ones and catch up. He hasn't gone to
Pakaz
school
shakes
too
his
much.
coat and suddenly forces swords drop from it. Presents.
Ah. Takaya picks them up. Presents indeed. I'll make sure they are put to good use. She kind of takes one of the heftier ones and she spins it around in her hand and she points at it and just kind of tests it, feels the weight.
Pakaz stands them all up, point at the floor so that they can be grabbed by whoever will grab them or just carried by him. Kind of awkwardly.
Interesting weapons, Sith swords. Fashioned to draw off of the wielder's anger and hatred and other such unpleasant emotions.
Useful, but dangerous.
Most things that are useful are.
But these are unusually dangerous, even to the one using it.
She kind of smiles to herself as though that would, like, almost like you challenged her. Well, I take these to the shuttle. Ramai, you want to take a look at that journal for him?
Sure. So where's it at?
Kaz will just bring up the file on his datapad and hand it to him. A lot of people have been trying to kill us to get that. Or at least whatever it's describing.
Ah, interesting. Looks like it's in an ancient Sith dialect. Is there somewhere where we could sit down while we look at this instead of standing here in the cargo bay?
Of course. Yes, you're free to roam about wherever you need. Just do be careful. We're still trying to make sure everything's in order.
Also, we just got this ship, so we're not really used to it yet.
And under his breath, Alan will say, yeah, for like 5 minutes ago.
Well, it's certainly a beautiful ship.
Kaz nods.
Although my sensors did detect some damage to it. You might want to have that looked at.
Alright, we will. And, well, the main area is over here if you want to follow me, and Alan will escort them to the main area where they can sit down, peruse, and everything else. And when they enter in, he'll point over at Dirk and say, "This here's our insurance adjuster. Kind of a last parting gift from Ajak. He's been of some help."
Ramai raises an eyebrow when you say insurance.
Yep.
He's good with computers. Helped me eat that droid icon. As he points back to the droid that should be following him.
Yes.
It'd probably be easier just to give me token control over that. At least while he's following me. I'll leave him alone. Otherwise...
Alright, I'll let you two discuss what you need to on the pad and whatnot. I'm gonna go check in on the rest of the crew.
It is at this point where Picard turns around and tells B0B to go wait for Dakaya and guide her to us when she gets back.
Affirmative. So, Aland, where are you going?
First to John, gonna check and make sure he's okay, because he's standing in the cargo area, just staring into space or something like that, so... And then after that...
I'm waiting for this other Sith to come back from her ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it takes her about a minute or so to get back, I guess.
When she gets back, she sees the droid and kind of nods to it, and then she sees you two, and she's like, "Ah, so they're getting along then."
Ramai and Pakaz, of course.
I know he had issues with the way that Ramai tested us. I wasn't certain a reunion would go as well.
Well, that part I think Pakaz is easier to forgive on than others, but or at least he's forgotten about it for sure. He's got something shiny to look at right now and investigate and tinker with.
Of course. She looks at John. So, how did you come about joining this ragtag group of adventurers?
I don't answer, I just motion her to follow the droid.
She smiles at you in a way that feels a little unnerving. And then she nods. Well, show me where they are.
They're up here.
The droid follows Aland and leads Dakaya up to the room.
Yeah.
She, upon seeing them, immediately takes a seat next to Ramai, just kind of puts a hand on his shoulder as she looks over at what they're doing.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, Dakaya, come take a look at this. This is fascinating."
Indeed, you have my curiosity.
And like at the beginning, it's got my horrible translation of the first couple segments of it.
Mm-hmm. So where did you come by this journal?
A place I'd rather not ever go back to again. Some asteroid research place. A bit long abandoned.
And it was Sith in origin?
Because nods. It's where I got those swords.
Ah.
Should have grabbed more of them.
So yeah, he reads through and he sort of chuckles at reading your translation of some of the different parts of it.
You can tell too, because at times Dakaya also sees the mistake. She gives you a look and a sly smile, but says nothing.
Well, from what you've already decoded, translated, if we can call it that, it seems that you must already realize that this is a journal of a Sith alchemist of sorts, it looks like.
What is that?
What is Sith alchemy? Sith alchemy is a technique of the dark side, using it to create powerful creatures and other such things not seen in nature.
Yeah, that Picasso looks kind of interested.
It's
Then he's like-
it's honestly the most inhonorable form of the dark side. It's used for those who delve deep into the Force and have little use for a saber at their hand. Honestly, I don't have much respect for them.
Prakas says one moment and then runs to his room to grab the book.
Oh no.
And comes back with it a short while later.
Stop distracting them, Picard.
Oh yeah, another shiny. Let me go get it.
More presents. Except I want a copy.
When you leave, Dakaya looks at Delpherne and kind of like raises an eyebrow, and she watches him pace up and down.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep pacing. He might acknowledge that you looked at him, but that's it.
And you all see Prakas come back into the room with this giant tome. Just slam it on the table.
Oh, that one.
With the remnants of a chain trailing off of it.
And what's this?
What in the blazes?
Oh, I stole this.
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, some jerk tried to sell us out to the Sith. It's actually where Ajax committed suicide. And he grows silent for a second. Anyways, we looted his treasure room. And I got this. It was a pain to pull it off that. What do you call the things where they put books? Oh, who cares?
Dakaya
Anyways.
looks at Ramai to see if he's going to open it.
Yeah, he opens it and starts leafing through it. And then he says, well, this would certainly qualify as Sith alchemy. Although it also seems to be a little bit more of a compendium of creatures.
We encountered one of the creatures in this book. It's a good thing I had this book, but
Which
What-
one?
Prakas flips to the page. That was not fun.
Darafan. The name sounds familiar, but I haven't ever encountered one.
Good. Don't.
So let's get back to this journal. What do we expect it to contain that's so valuable?
Probably information on the creature that's attached to everyone on this ship except for you two.
When you say attached, I mean, I don't really see a mark on you. What exactly are you
Oh.
trying to describe?
Feel for it.
Del chimes in. It's whenever we've killed it, it dissipates into dark force energy that seems to be surrounding all of us. That's why the spirits were so upset they didn't want us bringing whatever it is onto the planet.
Well, somebody
Dakaya's
is.
so cool
One of
that
us
she
knows.
Dakaya's so cool she can get decimals in her use first roll. And
She is so cool. Of course, Ramai would be the one to know, though.
yeah, so Ramai closes his red eyes and then says, "Ah, yes, I can feel it."
Wow, nat 20. There's lots of division in that.
Yes, when he readjusted the force powers for better balance.
Ramai looks at Dakai and says, "Can you feel it?"
Nothing more than the usual. Well, maybe a little more. And she looks at John. But no, not what you're talking about.
Ramai follows her glance over at John and then smiles at her. Well, I guess let's get down to business. We have things to do back on the planet.
Yes, with those senators on our breathing down our necks, we have little time for anything else.
Kaz nods.
And Ramai says, "Well, I can see why you had trouble here. The parts that you haven't translated yet aren't coherent."
Yeah, we thought it might be some kind of code.
I suppose it is. It'll probably take some time to crack. You guys, if you look over, you see Dirk, like, looking at a data pad, like, sitting in his chair. He just, like, keeps throwing, like, furtive glances and looking over at the two of them.
That baby Dirk.
Where is John right now?
He went up to the bridge.
Okay.
I take it that one has a problem with us. He must have been the one you were speaking of.
John, yeah.
To be fair, the Sith have taken over his and Dirk's planet, so it's not entirely without reason. Although trying to draw a distinction between you and the Sith army has been difficult because, well, frankly, I'm not that up to date on what your group is.
Well, if you'd like a history lesson, we can give you. But I understand if the nuances for Force are lost on those who cannot feel it.
Wait, did she say? Oh, no. Yeah, okay, I understand that.
Yeah, Del just nods at that. And it's like, well, a history lesson would be interesting, but I'm not sure we should devote our focus.
Well, I have little to do. Ramai is the smart one. He'll figure it out. I'm mostly just here for moral support and to see old friends. However, I am curious about you, Delphine. I couldn't feel it when we were far away, but now I see something clearly troubles you and it intrigues me.
I think you'd be disturbed too if there was some dark Sith alchemy creature somehow attached to you and the rest of your group.
You'd be surprised how much doesn't disturb me, being a Sith all my life. Ramai, how long do you think this will take?
He looks down and sort of scrolls through and sees like all the journal entries. Says, "It looks like this may take some time, and more time than we might be able to spare right now. Maybe we should just take this back with us."
She looks at Bakaz and smiles. I'm not sure that our dear friend is comfortable with that sort of solution.
Because goes to his room like once again and grabs the adapter and the chip. And brings that.
Ah, that does look ancient.
This is where I downloaded all that from.
So are we trying to keep the number of copies down to a minimum? Do you want me
Yes.
to take this original or make a copy of it?
You take the original and I'll just erase what I have. It's better, or at least the untranslated stuff. It's better to not let that fall into people's hands. And I remember there was some talk of going to some planet where the Sith were, and if they're after us and however they keep finding us, it's better just not to have it.
Yes, that sounds wise. Don't worry, I'll take very good care of it. And he holds out his hand.
Del kind of looks at Vakaz. I mean, this is a decision that should be made by the entire group. We've had our fair share of unilateral decisions recently.
Okay, then call everyone and ask their opinion.
Ramai
Del-
looks at Del, says, "What, you don't trust me?"
I didn't say I don't trust you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Takaya kind of giggles and smiles as she sees John come in right at that moment.
And Del comes over. Hey, can everybody meet in the common room? We have something to discuss.
And also, as all this is happening, Picasso also says it should be noted he also didn't say he did trust you.
And that Takaya laughs even harder.
Well, it's a shame that my box is still on Korriban. I don't suppose any of you want to go get it for me. He laughs.
Yeah, when the Sith are looking for us for what's on us, I don't think going to Korriban is a good move.
How much would that job pay? We kind of need money. At least I need money. I don't know about everyone else. Maybe later.
He looks at you, Pakaz, and says, "That box is worth quite a deal to me. If you have the skills necessary to acquire it, which I believe you do."
And it might be needed soon.
I'm surprised you didn't bring it with you.
It's also large.
Yes, it's a little unwieldy for conventional transport. That's why I was hoping Pakaz might be able to help me out.
Well, the ship is only like 169, so
At that point, Lexa kind of coughs. There a reason we're being cold?
Yes, okay, so basically Ron here thinks it's going to take him quite a bit of time to decode this thing. So the plan that we have come up with, which can be discussed among the crew, is to give the original copy to them to take back down to the planet while we're free to do other things, and erase the version that Pakaz has, so that if the Sith do captures, they don't have it. And they'll report back to us when they have parts of it translated. Just wanted to make sure that he maybe had a chance to raise objections or suggestions.
I almost want to say we keep the copy that Pakaz has with us, not erase it yet. Not until the usefulness of the original is dealt with. Mostly because strategically, if they can, the Sith can go after either us or Rama and his group, and if there's only the one copy left, then we will be in the dark if they capture you guys.
Capture us? Who's going to be capturing us?
I'm not sure of his name, but just looking at the numbers aspect, I would like to have at least a way to discover the knowledge that any enemy might be able to attain quick enough, if need be.
This seems as though you're dealing with something a little bit more than an unwieldy monster.
Sith who wish to take over and destroy the galaxy, basically. The usual.
Yeah, we beat them to the original artifact, and we destroyed it, and that's probably why it's now surrounding us. But they've sent bounty hunters who came in this ship to come after us to try and capture us.
You might have mentioned that before you came and sought us out.
We didn't exactly have much time in the way to send any communique anyways. By the time it would have gotten to you, we would have already been here. And Elan gives a kind of a sidelong glance towards Pakaz.
Takaya follows your glance and just kind of gives this sort of knowing smile and also a shake of her head like, really?
So are you saying that we've been wrapped up in all of this now?
You would have been anyways. He threatened our loved ones, and I'm not sure how far he plans to extend that, but allies are definitely within that list.
Nice to know you think of us as love in Zealand. She laughs.
Ramai also laughs when he says that.
Closer than many for sure.
Kaz looks surprised.
Well, anyway, that's my 2 cents. I'd say we do not destroy it, but if the group wishes to, we can destroy it if need be. But my vote goes against it.
Lexa pipes in. More information is better than less. It is ours by right. We did come here, though, for their help, so I suppose they need a copy. But let's not try and get rid of more information that we have.
Can everyone in the room roll perception for me, please?
As usual, Lexa sees nothing.
She's so perceptive.
That was my roll.
I hit things with swords, don't always see them.
Yeah, but at least you did better than I did.
And one of the NPCs sees everything.
It's Dirk.
Oh, that was a net 20?
Yes.
That's probably Ramai.
Yeah.
No,
No, it'd be
that one
Dirk.
was- no, that one was Dakaya.
Oh, okay,
Pretty
cool.
sure.
Okay. Yeah, she's
That makes
fairly
sense.
perceptive. Well, except for a sneaking Alon, she's fairly perceptive.
No, she saw you. You just saw her better.
This is true.
Oh, she was also -2 on the condition check. That's weird. Well, okay, well that confirms that it was her then. Oh wait, just kidding. Ramai is also -2 on the condition check. Why is that? I don't know.
Last battle,
Oh.
I did, I think. Probably forgot to fix their sheets.
But yeah, but it was Dakaya, so... Hold on while I message Dakaya's actor to tell her what Dakaya sees.
So it would have to be an over 30 perception roll. Okay.
Or a nat 20.
Yeah, well, everybody else rolled under 30, so...
Everyone else all... Oh wait, no, you rolled over 25.
Yes.
I bet somehow we have more friends again.
I'm actually training, I believe, focused in perception, so...
I just took trained in it because I'm so bad at it. My rolls are consistently bad with perception.
No, I'm just trained in it. I just have a really good bonus to it.
Though for a little while I was actually doing pretty decent on perception. Wonder if I'm going back to my really horrible rolls.
So as you're sitting and discussing, Takaya, kind of without warning or anything, she jumps from her seat and releases a familiar bolt of energy from her hand into the corner of the room.
Taz looks at the corner of the room.
Okay, everybody roll initiative.
I figured that was coming.
Okay. Now, is it the Sith creature, or is it somebody who's sneaking?
Well, if it's someone who's sneaking, then they chose a real bad group of people to sneak around.
Yeah, true.
Sorry, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, you got quite a few NPCs now.
I will add it to my collection.
What are you adding to your collection?
The NPCs, they're fine additions. My collection.
Okay, so did everyone roll? Oh, Kalani didn't roll.
Kalani's out in space right now in her mind.
She's very, very quiet.
I thought when I tested on all the other characters, it always rounded. I don't know why it doesn't round here.
Because Takaya is truly that special.
Okay, so she launches lightning over into the hallway over here. But her target jumps out of the way.
Where did she fire? Ping it.
Over here.
They do take half damage, though.
Yes. Thank you for reading the rules of the power. I will have to do that. So yeah, so if you guys look over there, you follow her lightning, and there's like a bright flash of light, and it looks like a Stealthia generator field is dispersed, and then as it fades away, you see a figure in black standing there.
Well, there's only one thing to do in a time like this.
Take prisoners? Take prisoners is definitely the answer.
We'll see. Romar goes
Very,
first.
very.
What? Self-defense. We take no prisoners. Self-defense comes first.
But now we. Never mind.
That, and I'll have you know, Elon literally yelled at her 3 times. Surrender. Put your weapon down. She didn't.
That's what stun damage is for.
Yeah, but if you pull a blaster out, yeah. If he pulls a blaster out, he's not gonna stop an ow. That's gonna hurt somebody.
Okay. Yeah, so Ramai also jumps up, and he like throws out his hand like to mirror Dakaya, but then he just sort of stands there and frowns. And then nothing happens. And then it is Glen's turn.
It's a good thing because I would have been mad. Melting up the inside of my ship.
So I'm assuming the Kalani would want to charge over there.
Knowing her, yeah.
Yeah, knowing her, it would be a charge and then attack if she could. If not, she would probably just use 2 movements to get close enough.
Yeah. Actually, it's a move action or swift action for her to get her lightsabers out?
Swift action to draw it out.
Okay, yeah. So she draws out both of her lightsabers and charges over there.
I think we've largely just ignored rules for drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't make sense in the Star Wars world. Everyone just draws your weapons.
Yeah.
Okay, Lexa.
Alright, Lexa's gonna move 6 spaces. And she's trying out her new heavy blaster.
Oh, that blaster pistol, or did she get another one?
No, Deliverance.
Ah.
Apparently she needs more practice.
Wait, hold on a second. Yay!